السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته، وتحية طيبة لكل أصدقاء قناة بصمة التعليمية. مرحبا بكم في هذا البث المباشر الجديد. أول حاجة كالعادة نتأكد منكم كيف الصوت كيف الصورة. إذا الصوت واضح معاكم يا ريت تعطونا رقم 1، وإذا الصوت مش واضح معاكم أعطونا رقم 2، وننتظر إن شاء الله إلى أن ينضم معنا بقية المتابعين. كيف الصوت معكم؟ إن شاء الله واضح؟ 1 ممتاز جدا ممتاز. اليوم عندنا معكم حلقة ممتازة جدا وحلقة دسمة جدا جدا جدا. هذه الحلقة مع خبير في الجنسيات والتنقل وهذه الأمور، وهو من الخبراء النادرين جدا في العالم. طبعا اللقاء حيكون بالانجليزي أغلبه، لكن أهم النقاط حترجمها لكم، فاللي ما فهم معنا عشان الكلام بالانجليزي أصبروا معنا، وفي آخر اللقاء حترجم لكم ملخص عام للحوار. طيب نضيف ضيف اللقاء. Hi Andrew, how are you?
Great to be with you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excellent. Thank you so much. I'm really honored that you accepted our invitation and you decided to join us for this interview. I've been a fan of you. I've been following you for a very long time. I've actually been following you since you were in Kuala Lumpur. I'm not sure how long was that ago, but I've been following your website. I have benefited personally a lot from your content. So I decided to do an interview with you so I can learn more, and people who follow me can learn more from your content. Some of the people in the comments saying my voice is not loud enough, so I'm just gonna get closer to the mic. First of all, let's start by digging deep into who Andrew is. So I know you graduated from the Texas State University. I've read your story where you went from paying 40-something% taxes to only paying 1%. So my question is, what made Andrew decide to be a nomad capitalist?
Well, I think it's a great. I'm glad to be of help and appreciate you've gained a lot from our stuff. I actually dropped out of college. I spent about a year. I went to very few classes, and I think that was part of what began this whole journey, because when I was a child, my father said, listen, you don't have to stay in this country if you don't think it's the right place for you, because he saw that places like the United States were becoming less and less appealing. One of the things that I think I've helped a lot of people do who are not from the Western world is realize that the United States is not a perfect country. The Western world is not perfect. It is a brand name that a lot of people still cling to, and they want to move there and they want to go there. And then when they go to the US, to Canada, to Australia, to wherever, they realize it's not as great as they thought. And then when they go to places like where I am right now in Serbia, they find that it's actually a lot more interesting here than they thought. And so, I learned those 5 magic words: go where you're treated best. I heard them for the first time when I was 12, when I failed out of university and I started a business and I struggled and I eventually became successful with my first business. It hit me. I was paying a lot of money in taxes, and I really used, I wasn't going to the government hospitals because they don't have those really in the US. I wasn't really getting the benefits you'd think that you're getting for the amount of money that I was paying. And so I started traveling the world, and I started realizing that every country is good at something, and every country is not good at something. And if you can take the best parts of each country, if you can bank in the best country, if you can be a citizen of the best country, if you can live in the best country, have a business in the best country, hire in the best country, those might be 5 or 6 different places, but you can go where you're treated best by not relying on just one country, and certainly not relying on just one country where you were born or where you grew up. And so that's what really helped me do that. And here I am after 13 years of studying this stuff and living this stuff with multiple citizenships, with companies around the world, teams around the world working for our company, bank accounts and properties around the world. And I feel, even in a year like 2020, incredibly free.
That's actually amazing. One thing I will do, Andrew, some of the key important points that you will say, I will try to translate it to the people who don't speak English.
Sure.
I won't take a long time. It's just few minutes, a few seconds actually, and then we can continue. طبعا المقدمة الأولى للسيد أندرو ذكر فيها نقطة مهمة جدا، ألا وهي قال اذهب للمكان اللي يتم فيه معاملتك بشكل أفضل. لا تجبر نفسك على الجلوس في مكان واحد، اذهب للمكان الذي يتم معاملتك فيه بشكل أفضل. Okay, looking at your content and your website and following your newsletter and getting all these pieces of information, I personally learned a lot. I've reposted few of your content. I'm going to start. I have many questions really in my mind, but I'm going to start with this question. Imagine someone is looking for a second passport, a second citizenship. This person is limited on all type of resources, limited on cash, limited on experience and credentials. He's just, let's say, an average or below average person. Where can this person go that can actually, he or she can get a second citizenship faster, comparing to all other nationalities?
Well, I'll tell you, I'm not an expert in helping people get jobs or things like that. What we do at Nomad Capitalist is mostly work with entrepreneurs and investors at a high level. And so certainly there are ways to get a citizenship by investing money in real estate or bonds or donating money. If you're trying to get something done faster, I think what you want to find is you want to find a country where things are pretty equal, right? So I've talked a lot about countries like Georgia. I think Georgia on to apply for residence. Sometimes they've needed to extend their visas, let's say 35 days to get their residence permit approved. And they go to apply to extend their visa and to apply for residence at the same time, and they only get a 30-day extension of their visa, and that is the government's excuse for not granting them the residence permit. And so I think countries like Georgia offer a lot of potential, but potentially if you are from a country that they don't like, and every country, unfortunately, coming from the West, I've learned this, every country has their own fights they pick where, they figure they're here in the pecking order. And if you're here, then they like you. And if they view you as here, then they don't like you. And so, you've had people in Georgia protesting people from, the Middle East, for example. And so I think that might be a challenge. And what I would look at as a country in a place like Europe, where you have some of the tax friendliness, where you have perhaps passports that are more easily obtained. And so I would look at something like a freelance visa program. Portugal has one if you're willing to live in the country, if you're willing to, they have a tax exemption, but you're probably going to pay some tax. France has a program. A number of European countries have freelance programs where, let's say you make, 16,000 to 18,000 euros a year. It's not a lot in many cases. I mean, if you have less than that, probably look at where are they hiring, and then you just go and live in a country. Again, potentially Europe's a good one. And you work your way towards citizenship that way. But if you can create some kind of basic income, that's what I would focus on. And I would probably focus on Europe, which is a bit easier, which is a bit more neutral to countries all around the world. If you go to Portugal, they have Americans and they have Iranians coming, they have Syrians. And I think that they're treated more equally there than they would be in, let's say, the United States.
That's actually amazing that you mentioned Portugal, because I was researching one time looking for, let's say, the best European country for a second passport. And I ended up at Portugal. And I realized that the biggest disadvantage I saw was that I think they're very similar to Latin countries, South American countries, that they have a huge amount of bureaucracy. Things might take time. Do you think that's a correct assessment?
Well, for sure. I mean, I think things do take time. I think they've actually made improvements. I think Portugal has been very eager to improve, not only processing times. Now, in any country, the more you pay or the more you invest, the faster you get. I mean, literally, you have countries like the Bahamas that say the more that you spend on a piece of real estate, the faster they will process your application. In other countries, you can pay more to have them process it more quickly, or higher investment levels. So like a golden visa, they've spent more time, I think, focusing on the legal requirement, which is to process it quickly. On the freelance visa, a little bit less so, but they've been making improvements across the board. I think that the issue in Europe, and I'm not a huge fan of Europe, I'm not a big Western Europe guy, but I think that at least, particularly the more north you go, but I haven't seen problems in Portugal myself. You have a certain rule of law. In Latin America, the bureaucracy sometimes seems to always work against you, whereas in Europe, you can outsource it, you can hire someone, and it can be pushed through. And so I think also the benefit of some countries in Europe is you can get some stuff done remotely with lawyers. I can't open a bank account in Colombia, a real bank account remotely, but I can do that in Europe. And so I think the bureaucracy in a country like Portugal, it's never going to be perfect because it is Europe, it is the EU, but I think it's been improving and they've been making a number of improvements overall.
Okay, that's amazing. Let me just translate this part quickly. ذكر انه الدولة اللي رشحها كدولة سهلة للحصول على الجنسيات هي جورجيا، الدولة اللي في اوروبا الشرقية، ولكن قال بشكل عام قال بالذات اللي عندهم اعمال حرة وامور مثل هذه قال يشجعهم على البرتغال. قال من دول اوروبا الغربية البرتغال هي الاسهل والافضل. Okay, Andrew. So you actually in your last few statements you mentioned a lot of the things that I was thinking about and hoping I will discuss with you. But so thank you very much. So now let's move from a person who, let's say, an average person to a person who's somewhat wealthy, a person who has let's say enough cash to invest in real estate or companies, etc., etc. So let's say if I'm a person who has between, let's say, $1 million to $5 million USD, where do you think could be the best place for me to invest that amount? At the same time, with at least taxes as possible.
Sure. And that is the issue, right? The people that I'm working with generally have high incomes and or high net worths. And so their concern is lower taxes. Obviously, if I don't have a lot of money, I'm going to be more willing to spend time in a country like Portugal to satisfy the time requirements. I'm going to wait and I'm going to be naturalized later. And if I pay taxes, my income isn't that high, I'm not worried. What I look at is when you have wealth and when you have a high income, there's a couple ways to get citizenship. The first is by investment. So you can look at what are mostly programs in the Caribbean, St. Lucia, Grenada, Antigua, etc. 5 different programs where I think the most effective thing to do is just to make a donation. So if you're a single person, let's call it $100,000 plus some fees. The fees aren't exactly cheap, by the way, but you're looking at $100,000 plus a bunch of fees. If you're a family, $130,000 to $150,000, again, plus fees. Depending on how old the kids are, those fees can start to add up. And so for $100,000 to $200,000, you can get citizenship in a matter of 6 months. You don't have to leave. Now, the challenge is, if you're from a country where birth certificates are hard to get, or you don't have proof of how you made your money, then it's going to take longer. And they may actually charge you for what's called enhanced due diligence because they want to know, is your money clean? Are you a criminal? And they need to do extensive due diligence. And so, there are some countries that if you are from Somalia, you just can't apply. Iraq, Iran, Syria, for example, you just can't apply, or it's going to be much more difficult. Certainly from the UAE and Egypt, we do those. We have people from Egypt and Morocco. Pretty much it's straightforward. But that's what I would look at. Another thing I would look at is some of the golden visa programs in Europe. So rather than committing myself to 6 or 9 or 10 months per year living in Europe, I would invest money in, let's say, a venture capital fund, 350,000 euros, or I'm going to put €1 million in the bank. Or I'm going to buy real estate for 250,000 euros. And so Portugal is one where you don't have to spend much time. You spend about a week a year in the country and you get naturalized later. Other countries have this, like Ireland, Latvia, Greece. Those are more difficult to be a citizen in. They generally will require you to pay taxes. Some countries like Ireland or the UK, they have programs. You can create pretty tax-friendly systems. Malta, potentially, Cyprus. So there's lots of countries where you can invest. Generally, people buy real estate, but I think there's a lot of new interesting opportunities and things like funds, real estate investment trusts that are available now. Because, buying real estate sometimes comes with high fees. You've also got programs like in Turkey, where you buy $250,000 in real estate. I was just in Istanbul yesterday, and we were looking at properties, and there's some incredible deals. And you hold the property for 3 years, and you're a citizen. And so I think if you're from a Muslim country that may be more comfortable, I think that program is largely designed for people who used to go to Turkey and buy real estate. Now they're kind of not so open to Turkey. And so it's to bring them back in, not a bad passport to have. So those are probably the most common ways. Certainly if you have a lot of money, and maybe this is getting to your next threshold, but if you're running a truly big business, you can sometimes go to a country and you can negotiate with the government, and you can talk to the ministers, and you can say, listen, if I bring you a $2 million investment, can I become a citizen? Will you naturalize me legally? We're not talking about bribes. None of that. But there are legal ways in some countries to do that. And so I think what I look at is, what percentage of your net worth are you willing to spend? What percent of your salary, your income, are you willing to spend? And so if you don't have a great passport, your percentage may be higher. With $1 million, you may spend $100,000 or $150,000 just to get a quick solution to your problem.
That's actually amazing. I'm taking note as you're writing, and I can't really keep up. So thank you very much for the amazing content you're giving us. I think a lot of people are interested. I'm seeing a lot of questions in the chat box, which I will ask you some of them. But I'm very interested in the last piece of information you mentioned about, if someone has a high net worth, they can go somewhere and say, hey, I'm planning on investing 20 million, 30 million. Would you be able to give me citizenship? Now, I've heard a lot of whispers on this is possible. I've actually heard of someone who got citizenship in Malta through that process, whereby he invested a large amount and he got citizenship. So the question here is, because I know some of my following do have high net worth. The question is, if they're going about to do that, what's the process? Is there a specific office they go to? Do they hire a consultant like yourself? What do they do to achieve that?
Well, so Malta has a citizenship by investment program. It's the last EU country that has it, and it's going to cost you a little over $1 million, depending on how many people you have in your family. So I'm not sure if they have a special program, but I think that, you would just go and do the regular program. You're going to spend $1 million, and you're going to have an EU citizenship in about 15 months, 18 months. And then you can live in the European Union, you can travel freely, but it's expensive. And so, there are countries they've talked about. Austria is probably the most commonly discussed country where, let's say you want to go take over a failing business, or you want to start a new business. There are some countries where they want you to invest in hotels. And so I had a guy, Indian guy, he sold a hotel business for $100 and some million. Okay, let's go and invest 5 or 6 million euros in hotels in an EU country, or maybe 1 million euros in a non-EU country. And, let's go and talk to the Minister of the Economy or the Minister of Finance and see, if that's of interest to them, and go through the legal channels. And if they like that, they'll recommend you. And so, the process would generally be to hire someone. There's very few attorneys who've done this. We've had some success with this, but it's a very difficult process, especially in the European Union. So for many people, we have people who have, $100 million, even $1 billion, and they'll literally say, I'd rather just do the regular program. Let me just make the donation. Let's make it easy. But if you want that very unique citizenship, if you want a country that is perhaps in the European Union, but a bit more, larger country than Malta. If you want something that people, don't have, I think in Austria, they probably naturalize 10 or 15 people a year through business investments, something like that. Then you can, go the more exclusive route. It's probably going to cost you more just in legal fees than you would pay for any of the Caribbean citizenships. So you're looking at a pretty high legal bill, but certainly you could come up with a very good passport if you really want to commit a large investment. I would say 2 to 3 million euros for the European Union, and let's call it €500,000 and up for other countries.
Amazing, thank you. You mentioned earlier some of the countries that when countries do due diligence, they might face problems. Like some countries don't prefer Somali citizens, some Syrian citizens. Here a question from Rawa. She's saying, what about citizens of Sudan and Yemen? Any restrictions on them that you're aware of?
Yeah, Sudan is difficult because it's an OFAC country, so that's going to be a difficult one. I can pull up the list and see. I think there may be, like Turkey, for example, may be open to that. I know that Yemen is definitely a problem as well. There are programs, but you've got a lot fewer options. Iran is typically the worst, and so they've had the most problems.
Yeah.
But you know, those are two difficult ones. And so, you know, let's take a look. So yeah, Sudan is, I think, eligible in Grenada. Montenegro has a program, which I don't think is that great, but they're eligible there. St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, of which I'm a citizen, Turkey, after they are indeed eligible. And then I don't really recommend Vanuatu's program, but they are eligible there. Certainly for some of the more specialized programs, they may be eligible as well, but I think you'll have a lot more headwinds. For Yemen, Grenada, Montenegro, St. Kitts, basically the same list.
Okay, good.
So like Dominica, for example, they take a lot closer look at things. Malta, you're not going to be allowed in for those generally. Antigua, which is a good program for families.
And Antigua, the same thing, they require a donation.
Yeah, so Antigua, Grenada, Dominica, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, those are all programs in the Caribbean. Malta is the same, by the way, where it's a donation. In Malta, you're also doing other things on top of the donation, but in the Caribbean programs, it's a very simple donation, $100,000 for single, $130,000 for a family, depending on which program you want. And so it's very straightforward. They don't judge you, which is, to me, is perfect, right? Because obviously, again, if you go to many countries, they like a British person or whoever it is they like, and they treat them better. But if you go to Europe, or especially if you go to these countries in the Caribbean, as long as you are not blacklisted, and as long as you can prove that you're, you know, an okay person, that's where most of their business comes from, is Chinese and Arabic and Russian-speaking, you know, people.
Okay, that's good. Let me just quickly translate few points. طبعا هو ذكر أشياء كثيرة جدا بصراحة المتابعين معانا، أنا جالس أسجلها هنا. إن شاء الله في آخر الفيديو أحاول أترجمها لكم. ذكر بعض الأمور الخاصة باليمنيين بالسودانيين وبعض الجنسيات الأخرى، فتابعونا إن شاء الله للأخير. All right, so me personally, Andrew, I'm a citizen of Chad in Central Africa. So I lived in Malaysia for a long time. I lived in Saudi Arabia as well for a long time. I'm living in Canada now, and I'm a Canadian citizen right now. I can see through my own personal experience the benefits of obtaining second citizenships that provides exactly what you said earlier. Go where you feel you're treated better. At the same time, due to my work, I travel a lot. Of course, before the COVID era, I travel a lot. And being a Canadian citizen has changed completely how I travel. So I see a lot of interest as well. I see in the chat here, are people talking about traveling in countries where passports are better for traveling, although the donation maybe is not a big amount.
Mm-hmm.
Are you aware, if you don't have it on top of your head, it's fine, but are you aware of any country, let's say in the Caribbean, that fits that profile, whereby in terms of traveling, you actually can go to the EU, you can go, etc., but it's the donation amount is not large?
So I think that what you can get with programs like the Caribbean is you're going to get to travel to most of the places in the world. Now, there are a few countries where you can easily get a visa that are very difficult, actually, without a Western passport. So like Thailand, Morocco, South Africa, Paraguay. These are countries where they just don't have a very friendly visa policy. Mexico, actually. But if you go and apply for a visa, if you have some money, it's not that difficult. The countries that are challenging to go to are the US, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. Now, those are the countries that people want to go to, but those are countries with very difficult visa requirements. So I call any country that gets you into those places, or any passport that gets you into those countries, I call that a TRA passport. There are probably about 40 of them. Caribbean, you're going to go to the UK, you're going to go to Ireland, you're going to go to Europe, you're going to go to a lot of places. They may ask you a few questions, if you have a place of birth that's in, Chad or something like that, but, they ask me questions too. The US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand are the challenge. Now, if you're Maltese, that theoretically gets you in. What I would tell someone, from that background is, something that attracts less attention may be the ultimate goal. And I'm not saying to do anything wrong, but what I'm saying is perhaps you go and you get the Caribbean passport now, and then you make an investment in Portugal and you work your way towards the golden visa naturalization to where 6 years from now, you have that European passport. It's not one that they know you can just, buy off the shelf. And it comes with a certain reputability, a reputation rather, that it's a real country, quote unquote, not the way I think, but the way a lot of people think in the US, for example. And so once you become a citizen of that country, Portugal, this example, now you've got that TRA passport and you can go to all the other countries. I do not have a TRA passport. I also don't have a great desire to visit Canada or New Zealand. I don't do business there. I mean, I do. I have clients from there, but I don't work with them in person or they come to me. So the question is, do you need those 4 countries? If you do, it's either going to be a huge price tag or you're going to be waiting either through an investment like the golden visa, or you're going to be living in Europe for the next 5 years to be naturalized the normal way.
Okay, thank you. Here's a question from I am Aloki Oliver says, which countries are the best to get residency or even citizenship through buying real estate? You mentioned earlier Turkey. Are there any other countries that you can think of that could be best specifically for real estate?
Well, there's a lot of countries. And so I think the question with residence versus citizenship is, which is your goal? Okay, I'm a resident of Malaysia, for example. I have a home in Malaysia. I love Malaysia. I think it's a great place because they are so accepting, particularly of places or people who are from, the Middle East, from Muslim countries, Arabic speakers, etc. So, I mean, Chad, I believe you do not need a visa. I think almost no African country needs a visa to go to Malaysia, at least for 30 days. And so you can go there. They're going to be reopening their MM2H program, hopefully very soon. They have other immigration programs you can do. You don't need to buy real estate. You need to either start a business, put money in the bank. There are other ways you can get in. And so that's a residence. Probably never going to lead to citizenship. But if you want to live in Malaysia, I have many friends from Egypt, from Kyrgyzstan, from all over the place, Iran, who live there in Malaysia. They still have their passport, which of course is limited, but they live in Malaysia, and perhaps they can get visas to travel around. Turkey, if you want to get their citizenship, that opens up a lot more countries, but it's not going to open up the West. Turkey's a great passport. You can travel to pretty much everywhere except for the EU and the 4 countries I mentioned. And so, the question is, do I want residence or do I want a citizenship? Do I want a place to live or do I want travel? And so most Asian countries are not going to turn into citizenship. Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia, these are Philippines. These are tax-friendly, nice places to live, lots of consumer conveniences, nice standard of living in the cities, but you're not going to become a citizen. And so if you want the citizenship, I might become a resident of Malaysia, and I might buy real estate to become a citizen of Turkey. And I also might buy real estate to become a citizen of Portugal 6 years from now. And I'll live in Malaysia. I'll spend 1 week a year in Portugal. And when I want to go on a vacation, I'll use my Turkish passport and later my Portuguese passport. So other countries with residents, Greece, Latvia, you can do that. Difficult to be a citizen. Colombia, if you buy real estate, you can work towards citizenship. Panama, you can get residence. Difficult to get citizenship. I mean, I would say dozens of countries where buying real estate gets you residence. The challenge is, does it turn into citizenship? Because they'll often require you to live there, pay taxes, etc. You may love to have an Ecuador passport. Do you want to live in Ecuador? That's the question. So I think the country like Portugal is really a great option for that reason. The country like Malaysia is a great place because you might want to live there. So it's a matter of figuring out, you might do 1 or 2 or 3 different things.
Yeah, thank you so much. Here's a question from Omar saying, what about Singapore? Any interesting programs for residency or citizenship or for investment in Singapore?
Citizenship in Singapore has been very difficult for years. Permanent residence now is even very difficult. I know so many people that I've met who've been living in Singapore. They make a lot of money. They have great jobs. They have businesses, and it's very difficult. They basically paperwork you to death, and you just give up eventually. And I think especially if I'm from a background where I'm not European, I think you're going to have even a harder time. Singapore, you can start a business. It's more difficult than it used to be. You need to live there half the year. You need to have a good salary, 6-figure salary. Potentially that could be a way to go if you really want to have a business in Singapore. Now, again, you're going to be paying Singapore taxes now. They're not bad. But, compared to Malaysia, for example, where you could potentially pay very little or nothing, that's a consideration. Singapore does have a permanent residence program. It's about 1.8 million US dollars right now that you have to invest. You have to generally have some business experience, so it's not a program for people just starting out. And even then, I wouldn't be considering that I would get citizenship from that. So it's either a multi-million-dollar investment tied up, not making a lot, or it's moving there, committing the time, spending some tax money. And so I love Singapore, but what I've talked about is what I call the global citizen sandwich. I'm going to use Singapore as a great wealth hub. If I own precious metals, if I have a bank account, if I trade stocks, that'll be in Singapore. On the other side of my sandwich is a place like Cambodia, great place to invest, lots of fast growth, easy to make money investing in real estate. And in the middle of the sandwich is where I live. I live in a place like Malaysia, maybe Bangkok in Thailand, somewhere like that, where I have a great standard of living, but it's just a little bit gritty. It's not like Disney World, like Singapore is. And it's a lot less expensive. It's, to me, a little bit more free. Everyone in Singapore is super nice, but they've got a lot of restrictions. So I like to consider, the global citizen sandwich. Invest in an emerging country, bank and store your wealth in a developed country, but live somewhere a little bit below that developed level where the requirements are a lot lower. When Malaysia had the MM2H program, it was $70,000 in the bank versus $1.8 million invested for Singapore for a similar program. That's a big difference.
That's a huge difference. And I really get what you're saying about the sandwich and living somewhere in the middle, because I lived in Malaysia for 12 years. So I know KL like I know the back of my hand, sorry. And it's an amazing place to live, but in my opinion, this is just my personal opinion. I'm not an expert, but in my opinion, it's not a good place to invest.
Sure.
At the same time, it's not a place that you can ever get citizenship.
Correct.
So it's good to live while you're investing somewhere else. You mentioned Cambodia, some similar countries as well, like Vietnam, Laos, and these places as well. I think they have very similar profile. Here's a question from Al-Harith. He's saying, what about Micronesia and their citizenship program? Any info on them?
I'm not an expert on Micronesia, but I seem to recall that their program no longer exists, and that just thinking off the top of my head, that they have some kind of special access to the U.S. through the Compact of Free Association, but not for citizens through passport sales. And so, if I'm recalling the terms correctly, that was a program that was interesting, but I haven't really seen anything too impressive at the South Pacific. So I don't really have any comments on Micronesia. I know people talk about the Marshall Islands for companies. I think that's kind of over. Vanuatu's citizenship by investment program it's just too disorganized for my taste, too much confusion. So I haven't really seen anything so great out of the South Pacific other than the Cook Islands, which is a world-class jurisdiction for trusts. I can't really say anything further on Micronesia.
All right, thank you. What about, let's shift to the Latin American continent. Me personally, I developed a lot of interest in the continent because I see a lot of people talking about everywhere else except there.
Yeah.
So when I looked at the citizenship, let's say start with the residency program, let's say for Uruguay, Argentina, Paraguay, Chile, etc., etc. I realized that they have advantages other places don't. Their visa is not necessarily hard. Many countries can go visa free to these countries. And their citizenship laws, I realized that they have a bureaucracy problem where they will give you a nightmare. However, eventually you can actually obtain residency easily. Now, if someone, you mentioned earlier that maybe you want Ecuadorian citizenship, but necessarily, do you want to live there? Maybe, maybe not. But in your opinion, which country could be the most balanced, that where you can get citizenship at the same time, it's okay to live there?
Well, I mean, again, that depends on if the tax issue comes into play. You know, Colombia gets a very bad rap. I spent time in Colombia and Bogota. Certainly there's parts that you wouldn't want to be in. I think Colombia is a good deal, but if you spend 6 months a year there, if you become a tax resident, it's a nightmare. So I wouldn't want to live there full time. I think it's a great place. I think Mexico is a great place and is probably relatively open. Certainly some cities in Mexico may be less bureaucratic than others. Otherwise, I would look for countries that meet my criteria that I talked about in Europe. So I think, you know, Paraguay was a place for years. I got, you know, so many Indians and Bangladeshis and people from all over the world who would send in. I heard Paraguay is fast, easy, and cheap. Well, yeah, so many people thought it was fast, easy, cheap that it became difficult. And so I think that the idea was put $5,000 in the bank in Paraguay, get your residence, never come back. In 3 years, you get citizenship. There were some flaws in that in the first place, but it just didn't work. And I think especially if I'm a citizen of a non-Western country, you know, especially these civil law jurisdictions, they're not as readily going to give you the citizenship. Just because you can apply for citizenship does not mean citizenship is guaranteed. And so I would look at a Chile, an Argentina, a Uruguay, something like that. Or I would look at a program like a Colombia, where there are relatively straightforward requirements. Invest a certain amount, learn the language, you know, spend a little bit of time. That's what I would be looking at. I think the Bolivias, the Paraguays, those are probably more difficult. I think Brazil is probably too much bureaucracy. I suppose that could work. You know, one thing that works is people who give birth in Brazil. Your children are Brazilian, you can become a permanent resident, and then within a year you can be Brazilian. They've got some great hospitals there. So I would look for countries that meet that European standard or that have a level of investment to them. That aren't going to make my life difficult. So, you know, Paraguay, El Salvador, these kind of countries are probably going to be much more strict than a country like Argentina, which interestingly is relatively more developed. But they have more of that European attitude towards just treating people the same way. Now, obviously, that's not the case all the time. Everyone has different experiences, but I think that's what I would suggest.
Thank you so much. Here is a question from Tim. He's saying, could you please provide us with some of the advantages you notice while living in Serbia, especially from investment perspective?
Well, I spend time in Serbia. You know, I've been coming here for a long time. We've built one of the great teams in Serbia. I have almost half of our global team here in Serbia. We've got an office. I've purchased a home. You know, I think there's opportunities certainly in any emerging economy to come in and start businesses and make things better. There's a website called City Expert, for example. I think they kind of borrowed my idea, which is come to a country like Serbia, to Georgia, to Montenegro, and create a great real estate website and a great real estate buying experience, and you will capture market share because the real estate services in many of these countries are just terrible. And so, you know, that's maybe an opportunity for someone who wants to start out. I think that for me, you know, Serbia has been a lifestyle destination. It's Europe, but it's not. It offers a relative amount of freedom, in my opinion, you know, compared to what's happening in Western Europe right now. It's not a perfect place, but, you know, we've been able to get a great team of English speakers. English is relatively widely spoken in Belgrade. You've got beautiful areas. It's not a place that everyone's coming. You're fighting tourists. I don't like to live like that. So I think it's been a great place for hiring, for building out a team, for spending time. And, you know, if I'm an entrepreneur, you know, there may be other places I would go. But certainly people have started some businesses, like I said, in the real estate business that I think have been very successful.
Thank you so much. Here's a question from Taha saying, what about South Africa?
To go or to leave?
To obtain a citizenship.
Yeah, I wouldn't. So here's the trend that I see coming. And so it's interesting that you mentioned, you're from Chad, you went to Canada. I think that, for me, we've helped a couple people become US citizens, even though I gave up my US citizenship. Being a US citizen certainly helped me get my foot in the door to become a resident and citizen of one or two countries. But I look at countries like Canada, like South Africa, as potentially bringing out some kind of extraterritorial taxation, which is what the United States has, where no matter where you live, they're going to tax potentially your income. They might have a wealth tax. Argentina, so here's a consideration if you want to be a citizen. They just passed a wealth tax on their residents. If you have more than $2.3 million, you're going to pay a wealth tax one time to pay for COVID. So good citizenship, maybe not the cheapest place to go and spend time if you actually have to live there. And so I wouldn't be going to South Africa for the reason, there's a lot of reasons. Infrastructure challenges, but I think the taxes are bad. Beautiful country. I love Cape Town, but it's a place where I would go and visit as a tourist. And I think that their tax policy has been getting worse and worse. And I think that they're going to be chasing their citizens down for taxes to the extent that they can. I see so much news. I have all the alerts coming in. We get all the tax magazines. You have so many Western countries and South Africa where people are talking more and more about how do we tax people who are citizens even if they don't live here. If I'm getting a passport, I wouldn't want to be getting a South African passport. I have South Africans calling me saying their passport's terrible. It's not a great passport to begin with, so I would probably take a pass on that one.
I do agree with you on South Africa. I've been to Cape Town as well. Amazing place. I would love to visit again, but I don't think I would want to live there myself. But definitely a very good place to visit just as a tourist. That's it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Great wine.
Yeah. Thank you, by the way. Really amazing information, amazing content. A lot of people in the comment are actually just shocked from, including Khalid here, who's saying, you gave up your U.S. citizenship with a lot of question marks. So a lot of people asking about that. Is that something you're comfortable of sharing with us? Why?
Well, I've talked about it, and obviously, there's a lot of reasons, right? For me, growing up in the United States was never a place I felt comfortable with. And I think when you pair, you travel to places like Serbia, for example, there's a certain embarrassment, I think, that you're ethnically American, because you realize that outside of the West, most people look at your ethnicity, right? If you come to Serbia, they say, okay, you're from Chad. You're not so much Canadian as you're from Chad. That's the way it works in a lot of places. And so, on top of that, I was able to pay very little taxes legally as an American, even though they do tax you on your worldwide income. But I said, I think the tax policy is going to get worse. And I was right. I said, I think that it's going to be more difficult, more bureaucracy, more form filing, more paperwork, more headaches. And every year I was like in a cold sweat, hoping that every foreign corporation I reported, every foreign bank account I reported, that I didn't make a mistake. And it was so much stress for a country I did not want to go to. I think in 6 years, I spent 6 days there, something like that. And so while it's a great travel document, what I would say beyond that is, for someone who doesn't want to live there, for someone who already has a business they can run from anywhere, who has an income, who has wealth, the US does not offer a lot of benefits. The benefits are living there and traveling on the passport. I have no interest in traveling, particularly to the US, to Canada, to Australia, or New Zealand. I can live without them. And if I need to apply for a visa to New Zealand, I can do that. And I think they'll treat me pretty fairly, as difficult as it might be. And so, by getting a couple of other passports, I'm able to live a lot more freely, and I no longer have to worry what Trump or what Biden now or whomever is going to come up with. My travel freedom is good. And so, for me, I look at the United States as a brand name. It was once a great place. But I think my father said it correctly 25 years ago. This will not be the best place forever. I don't know that it was the best place 25 years ago, but it was perhaps close. Now it's nowhere close. It's 37th in healthcare. It's 18th in economic freedom. Freedom of the press, freedom of speech by some metrics is 50th. I mean, there's so much chaos in the country right now. You don't see that chaos in most of the places that I go. So I think if you have a certain level of success, those passports are not as necessary.
I agree with you on that. I think you put it way better than I would, but I definitely agree with you on that. A lot of people in the comment asking, because you mentioned your office in Serbia, you mentioned Malaysia, etc. A lot of people are asking how they can reach out to you and to your team, which countries you have offices in. Below the video, by the way, I have your Nomad Capital's website already. But how can people reach out to you, to your team, if they have inquiries, if they would like to consultation, etc.?
Yeah, a couple things I would suggest is first, I would go and watch one of the 1,000 YouTube videos. I would go and read one of the 2,000 blog articles on nomadcapitalist.com. I would potentially spend the $7 or whatever it is and buy my book on Amazon, and we, in 250 some pages, make the case for this lifestyle. And if you're looking for help, I run a pretty boutique firm. Everything's online. We communicate with people just like this. So we have offices in 4 countries. We have a network of people all around the world. So I've spent the last 13 years, finding the best lawyer in Portugal, finding the best lawyer in Panama who actually does the job properly, which is harder than you would think. When you come from the United States, everyone does the job, it seems, pretty well. Not so much in Panama, not so much in Malaysia or Antigua. And so we work with about 12 people a month these days. You can email us at help@nomadcapitalist.com. Or you can just go to our website, nomadcapitalist.com, and click on Become a Client, and you can answer some questions, and we'll get back to you. So either way works. So definitely, I think my expertise is making sure the pieces fit together. How does your financial life, banking, taxes, etc., meet with your residence, your citizenship, meet with your investment goals? To open just wants an offshore company, just wants to move to Portugal and get a job, I'm probably not the guy. But if you're, if you put all those things together and you say, hey, I'm a successful person, I don't want to move to Europe and pay 50% tax, but I would like a European passport and I'm willing to invest, but I don't want to pay too much. I don't want to be ripped off with one of these, 22% commission projects that people sell online. Then that's what we help people with is, honest advice out of dozens of options for, the entire holistic plan. And so they can go to the website and they can do that and they can contact us.
Thank you so much. And I can testify and say, although I have never been your client, I've never contacted your company before, but following your content for many, many years, I can say that I've never really seen any piece of information or any type of blog that wasn't really correct or was misleading or etc. So I really highly recommend you. And I think you provide, like you mentioned, a boutique service that it's very difficult to find somewhere else. And although I'm in the education industry, a different industry, I know the importance of knowing the right contact. So knowing the right lawyer, I think that's a huge value that you provide that many people don't realize how important it is until they get in touch with the wrong person.
Right.
And then they end up, having to wait for years and lose a lot of money, etc. So Andrew, thank you so much for being with us today. Anything else you would like to add? Any final word? Any questions for me or for the people who are following? Anything you would like, please? The platform is yours.
Well, and I appreciate the opportunity, and you've done a tremendous job building one of the great audiences out there. So I want to say thank you. I'd like to hear from the audience. If you want to email us, share your feedback, share your scenarios. Obviously, I'm very upfront about this. I can't help everyone. I try and help a lot of people. We just had a record month with the elections last month on YouTube. So obviously we have all this free content. Hopefully we can influence people that we can help. But I'd like to hear from you. If you have a concern, feel free to email us. If you have something you're thinking about, feel free to contact us. But what I would tell people is, follow the 5 magic words. Go where you're treated best. And I think that's just life, by the way. It's not about taxes. It's not about citizenship. Because to me, taxes and citizenship are just strategies that solve human problems, right? We don't want to pay as much tax. We don't want to pay 50% tax because the government is taking too much, and that's less we can give to our children, less we can give to charity, less we can really help people with. You know, we want a better citizenship so we have more freedom. And so I think that if you approach life, go where you're treated best, if you realize that every country has something to offer, but no country is perfect, I think that's a great place for people to start. And beyond that, happy to certainly talk to anyone from your audience who has questions.
For sure. So your email is help@nomadcapitalist.com.
Help@nomadcapitalist.com, and Jovana or Katerina will read your email. We get back to everybody personally. So absolutely.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Is her name Atida? Atida, your personal assistant?
Yeah.
She asked me a question in one of the emails. I'm going to reply back in the email. And if you would like to talk further about it, I'll be happy to talk about it because I didn't want to go off topic here.
Sure.
Thank you so much for being here today. I see a lot of questions pouring in the chat box, but I will translate some of the stuff you said and I will instruct them towards the email. Your email, they can reach out to you and to your team. I'm sure they will be very helpful. Thank you so much, Andrew. I really appreciate you coming on my channel today. And hopefully I will get the chance to see you soon, whether it's in Malaysia or somewhere else.
Absolutely. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
نشكر أندرو صراحة على تواجده معنا. هترجم لكم طبعا أهم النقاط اللي قالها، وبرضه ار&تي هذا معلق كاتب يعني اللي ما معاه فلوس يموت. لا يا ار&تي، الموضوع مش كده. انا بس حابب اشكر اندرو، طبعا شكرته بالانجليزي بس حابب اشكره بالعربي بصراحه. الاشخاص اللي زيه ترى صعب جدا تلاقيهم ويطلعوا لك في قناه ولا في حاجه زي كده، لانه انت عشان تجلس معاه فقط، عشان تجلس معاه تاخذ معاه كاسه شاي 5 دقائق تدفع آلافات الآلافات. يعني الموضوع ما هو سهل يا إخوة وأخوات. يعني هذا الشيء يعرفه اللي جرب يتواصل مع أشخاص مثله. فكونه هو جاء هنا وجاب على أسئلتنا وجاب على بعض أسئلتكم، أعتقد إنه بصراحة هذا شيء ممتاز جدا، وأتمنى إنه استفدتوا منه. أنا شخصيا زي ما ذكرت لكم استفدت منه كثير من أيام ما كنت في ماليزيا. كنت لسه موظف في ماليزيا قبل ما هاجر لكندا. لما كنت أبحث عن خيارات الهجرة كان واحد من مصادري الرئيسية كان موقعه، يعني لأنه كان يتكلم عن كل الدول. يعني فموقع هتلاقوه في وصف الفيديو. محمد سعيد يسألنا هل أنت تشادي؟ نعم تشادي. في المقابلة الحين قلت تشادي، في فيديوهات كثير قلت تشادي، فنعم تشادي. طيب في ناس كثير يقولوا الصوت بعيد. طبعا أنا أسمع من خلال السماعة. أعتقد إنه بس سرعة الإنترنت لها دور. إذا الإنترنت عندك بطيء الباقة بدأت تخلص، فسامحنا الصوت عندك حيضعف يعني. طيب أوكي. خلينا نترجم لكم بعض أهم النقاط اللي قالها وأتمنى تنقلوها برضو عبد القادر يديك يقول الصراحة ما فهم شيء، ما أعرف إنجليزي. المعذرة عبد القادر، يعني صراحة هو لأنه ما يجيد إلا الإنجليزية أو ما يجيد العربية، عفوا يجيد لغات غير الإنجليزية، ما كان ممكن نعمل لقاء بالعربي. لكن خلينا أذكر لكم بعض أهم النقاط، وذكر معلومات جدا جدا مهمة بصراحة. أول حاجة خلينا نبدأ بمعلومة قالها في الأخير، هي صادمة كانت للبعض برضو في التعليقات. هو طبعا أمريكي أصلا لكنه تخلى عن جنسيته الأمريكية، تخلى عنها وعنده جنسيات ثانية حاليا. فطبعا هذا الموضوع يعني إيش يخلي شخص يتخلى عن جنسيته الأمريكية؟ يعني حما كوبرا يسألني يقول هل أنت سوداني؟ أنا تشادي من جمهورية تشاد. طيب تخلى عن جنسيته الأمريكية. قال السبب، في طبعا سبب مهم جدا، ألا وهو لو تعرفوا الأمريكان يعرفوا هذا جيدا، إذا أنت أمريكي سواء ساكن في أمريكا أو خارج أمريكا تدفع ضرائب. فأنت لو أمريكي لكن ساكن في مثلا خلينا نقول أي مكان في المغرب مثلا، عندك استثمارات عقارية في المغرب وكذا وكذا، تدفع لأمريكا ضرائب على الرغم أنك مش مقيم في أمريكا، فقط لأنه عندك جنسية. لنفرض أنت جزائري عندك الجنسية الجزائرية والأمريكية ومقيم فين؟ في الجزائر وشغال بزنس والحمد لله والله فتح عليك، تعطي أمريكا ضريبة على الرغم أنك ليس مقيم فيها. لازم تتخلى عن الجنسية الأمريكية عشان ما تدفع ضريبة. فهذا السبب طبعا مهم. السبب الثاني ذكر أنه برضو سمعة أمريكا خارجيا، يعني قال لي أنت كتشادي، يعني حتى لو عندك الجنسية الكندية تروح أي مكان أنت تشادي، فقال أنا عندما أذهب لأي مكان حتى لو عندي جنسيات أخرى أنا أمريكي. وسمعة أمريكا خارجيا ليست كويس يعني، بالذات هو يحب صربيا كثيرا ويقيم فيها وعنده شركة فيها وعنده جنسيتها. يقول سمعة الأمريكان في صربيا ليست جيدة يعني، فيقول سمعة الأمريكية العالمية لها دور، ويقول برضو سياسات الحكومة يعني. فذكر هذه النقطة، فهذه صراحة معلومة يعني مهمة يعني. طيب الآن أهم نقطة ذكرها واللي كررها كثيرا، قال اذهب للمكان اللي يتم فيه معاملتك بشكل أفضل. اذهب للمكان اللي يتم معاملتك فيه بشكل أفضل، لا تذهب للمكان اللي الناس يقولوا جيد، اذهب للمكان اللي يناسبك أنت. وهذه بصراحة نقطة جدا جدا مهمة، لأنه الكثير من الناس للأسف يمشي مع الموضة ومع الإعلام وكذا وكذا يعني. أعترف يعني كندا من الدول اللي عندها مشينة إعلامية قوية تخلي كندا يعني جنة الله في أرضه. كندا طبعا فيها أشياء كويسة كثير موجودة، ولكن ما في مكان خالي من المشاكل، صح ولا لا؟ أعتقد الجميع يتفق معايا في هذه النقطة. طيب فقال اذهب للمكان الذي تعامل فيه بشكل أفضل. يعني سألته أنا عن أسهل دولة ممكن فيما يخص للحصول على جنسية للجميع، يعني عندك مال ما عندك مال، عندك خبرة ما عندك خبرة، عندك شهادة ما عندك شهادة، إيش هي الدولة الأسهل؟ فقال لي جورجيا في أوروبا الشرقية، دولة جورجيا. قال هي بصراحة يراها هي الأسهل، وقال لمن يملك يعني رأس مال صغير، يملك شهادات، يملك خبرات وغيره، قال البرتغال هي الأفضل. وبصراحة أنا لما كنت أحضر لفيديو أسهل جنسية في العالم وكان اختيار الأرجنتين، بصراحة كنت قريب جدا من أن أعمل الفيديو عن البرتغال. لكن مشكلة البرتغال بالنسبة لي أنه الكثير من الجنسيات لأنها من الاتحاد الأوروبي عشان أصلا تروح لها فيزا الشنجن صعبة. الأرجنتين ما يوجد فيها هذا العائق، لكن البرتغال يوجد فيها هذا العائق. لكن للي فيزا الشنجن ليست صعبة عليه، أتفق مع اندرو بصراحة تماما. البرتغال بصراحة بلد مميزة جدا من الاتحاد الأوروبي، وهو عرج كثيرا على موضوع الضرائب. قال إنه الضرائب لا، الناس ينسوا موضوع الضرائب، لكن بعدين ينصدم إنه أخذ جنسية بلد 50-60% من دخله كله يذهب للضرائب. فتأكدوا من هذه النقطة يعني. بالنسبة للاستثمار أو بالنسبة لشراء، موضوع شراء الجنسية، طبعا هو قال موضوع شراء الجنسية ما في شيء اسمه تشتري يعني. قال هو الموضوع عبارة عن تبرع، أنت قاعد تتبرع لحكومة الدولة تلك وبالمقابل يعطوك جنسية. قال هذا الأمر موجود في دول الكاريبي، وذكر مجموعة لكن أولها سانت لوشيا، دولة سانت لوشيا. قال للشخص الواحد يعطي للحكومة سانت لوشيا $100,000 زائد الرسوم، مثلا رسوم المحامي أو رسوم الإدارية تبعتهم، ويأخذ الجنسية. إذا كانوا أسرة من 130 إلى 150 ألف دولار زائد الرسوم، وتحصل العائلة جميعها على ماذا؟ على الجنسية. تمام. في إخوة أعرفهم حصلوا على بعض هذه الجنسيات الكاريبي وسهلت حياتهم كثير بصراحة. في أخ أعرفه حصل عليها فقط لأنه يريد يروح لكندا، وقدم على فيزا كندا ورفض. فالأهداف تختلف، لكن الأخ اللي كان يريدها فقط من أجل يسافر بصراحة حياته أصبحت أسهل بكثير يعني. هو ما قدم أبدا على تأشيرة كندا، قدم على أمريكا وغيره وغيره، كلها حصل عليها يعني. فدول الكاريبي هي اللي رشحها لمن يملك هذا المبلغ. تمام. وقال إنه بعد ما تعطيهم المبلغ التبرع الحكومة، طبعا تبرع معناه ما يعود لك، تعطيهم يأخذوه خلاص. خلال 6 أشهر تأخذ الجنسية، المعاملة تأخذ 6 أشهر. وقال أيضا إنه بعض الدول اللي تعطي جنسيات وكذا للأسف، قال إنه الجنسيات الصومالية والسورية والإيرانية يعني ما يعاملوهم بنفس المعاملة، يعني الأمور معقدة عليهم. وقال لهذه الجنسيات، وأضاف لاحقا الجنسية اليمنية والسودانية، قال هذه الجنسيات أرشح لهم لمن يملك يعني مبلغ وحاب يشتري جنسية إنه يركز على دول الكاريبي، قال لا يخرج عن هذه الدول. وأضاف أيضا قال إنه تركيا خيار جيد للمسلمين، لأنه في بعض الإخوة في التعليقات كانوا يسألوا أفضل دولة مثلا للشخص المسلم. قال تركيا الأفضل لأنها من خلال شراء العقار ممكن تحصل على الجنسية. طبعا في برنامج مثل هذا في تركيا، تشتري عقار وبناء عليه تحصل على الجنسية. وأيضا مالطا لمن يملك مال أكثر، مالطا عندهم برنامج يعني تستثمر $1,000,000 في مالطا وتحصل بناء عليه على الجنسية. يعني تستثمر $1,000,000 تقيم في مالطا 1.5 سنة وتحصل على الجنسية. مثلا $1,000,000 هذه ممكن تستثمرها في مشاريع، في عقارات وغيره وغيره. طبعا $1,000,000 مبلغ كبير يعني، أنا ما قاعد أقول مبلغ صغير لا أحد يعصب عليه في التعليقات. أنا بس أنقل لكم كلامه يعني، الله المستعان. طيب أمر آخر، مالطا طبعا ذكرناه أوكي. بالنسبة للدول السودان، اليمن، الصومال، سوريا، إيران، الدول هذه قال إنه دول زي سانت لوشيا اللي ذكرتها لكم، غرنيدا، مونتينيغرو برضو دول كويس. طبعا مونتينيغرو موجودة في أوروبا قريبة من صربيا. قال هذه الدول ممكن يحاولوا فيها، أيضا خيارات فيها جيدة، وكلها بنظام إيش التبرع، يعني مبلغ تتبرع به وخلاص يعني. طيب بالنسبة لموضوع الجنسية بالعقار، سألته عن هذه النقطة، وسألوا أيضا واحد من الإخوان في التعليقات، قال يعني من يريد إقامة، يريد يقيم بس بيطلع من الوضع السيء اللي هو فيه أو كذا، قال يعني يرشح لكم ماليزيا، لكن ماليزيا ما فيها جنسية. طبعا هو مقيم في ماليزيا، يعني أنا لما تعرفت عليه في الفترة اللي كان مقيم في ماليزيا. بصراحة عمري ما قابلته، بس كنت أقرأ مقالاته وأتابع يعني منشوراته وغير كذا. ف فيقول ماليزيا كويس لهذا الأمر لمن يريد شراء عقار. طبعا ماليزيا عندهم برنامج اسمه ماليزيا بيت الثاني، تشتري عقار أو تستثمر ويعطوك إقامة مدتها 10 سنوات، لكن قال ما لن تأخذ الجنسية. قال اللي يريد الجنسية قال بدل ماليزيا الأفضل تركيا. وسألته طبعا طيب خارج هذه الدول، ذكر خيارات أخرى زي لاتفيا في أوروبا، كولومبيا وبنما واكوادور، كل هذه دول فيها خيارات للاستثمار والحصول على الجنسيه. لكن قال الانسان لازم دائما يسال، يشوف الصوره كامله، لا يستعجل فقط يريد جنسيه، يروح ينتهي بالامر ياخذ جنسيه دوله ضرائبها عاليه، ينتهي بالامر ياخذ جنسيه دوله هو يريد سهله مثلا زي الاكوادور، لكن قال هل يريد يعيش في الاكوادور؟ قال ما اتوقع. وانا ملاحظ هذا الشيء، يعني الاكوادور كانت فاتحه الجنسيه للفيزا لدول كثيره عربيه كانوا يدخلوا بدون فيزا، فاللي حصل انه كثير جدا راحوا، لكن للأسف ما وجدوا عمل والحياة كانت صعبة، بعضهم وضعه كان أصعب في الإكوادور من في بلده الأصلي يعني. فقال هذا أمر يعني مهم جدا، يعني الواحد لازم ينتبه عليه. طيب طيب انا استغرب، يعني بعض الناس يشوفوا فيديوهات زي هذه يدخل ويشاهد ويكتب تعليق يقول لك كلام غير مفيد وما اعرف ايش. طيب ايش بتعمل في البث يعني؟ روح اتفرج افلام كرتون توم اند جيري، ولا اشغل نفسك بحاجه ثانيه. طيب الله المستعان، الله المستعان. طيب طيب ماري يقول ارجوك شرح مبسط لقضيه التبرع. طبعا التبرع هذا ايش معناه؟ حكومه الدوله مثلا سانت لوشيا تريد تاخذ جنسيه سانت لوشيا، طبعا المحامي تبعك يعبي ابلكيشن معين وكذا ويسلمه للحكومه، ومطلوب تدفع مبلغ مثلا اذا كنت فرد $130,000 امريكي، تودعها في حساب الحكومه، وبعد ذلك وصل الايداع تلحق مع باقي الاوراق وتقدم على الجنسيه. هذا نظام، المبلغ هذا لا يعود لك يعني، خلاص يعني انتهى الامر يعني. طيب اوكي خلينا نكمل الامور اللي قالها. هو قال يعني صراحه الافضل من كافه النواحي يجدها البرتغال، بسبب النظام الضريبي عندهم برضو كويس، بسبب انه المعيشه هناك جيده، بسبب قال انه الحياه الاجتماعيه هناك في البرتغال ايضا كويسه، ما يميزوا الناس وكذا يعني. ولو تعرفوا البرتغاليين اشكالهم مختلفه، يعني لو تشوف منتخب البرتغال يعني في الابيض في الاحمر في الاسود في الملخبطين يعني فالحياه قال كويسه هناك. لكن زي ما قلت لكم انا مشكلتي الوحيده مع البرتغال هي تاشيره الشنجن صعبه يعني على ناس كثير يعني، فهذه فقط نقطه يعني. وعرجت على موضوع سنغافورة، لأنه بصراحة أنا أحب سنغافورة كثيرا، زرتها 5 مرات الفترة اللي كنت مقيم في ماليزيا، أعتبرها أنا من أفضل الدول في العالم بصراحة. ولما كنت أفكر أطلع من ماليزيا بصراحة سنغافورة كانت هي وجهتي الأولى، لكن وجدت صعوبة كبيرة جدا، فبعد ذلك بدأت أفكر بين كندا وأستراليا يعني، واخترت كندا بعد ذلك. فسنغافورة قال إنها صعبة جدا، وهذه فعلا التجربة اللي أنا مريت بها في سنغافورة كانت صعبة جدا. الجنسية فيها قال صعبة جدا، وقال استثمار فيها ممتاز لأنها بلد تجارية، لكن قال احذروا من موضوع الضرائب. قال الضرائب في سنغافورة عالية جدا، قال حتنسلخ يعني. ف... ف... فقال يعني لكن للحياة والإقامة الدائمة ممتازة، وأنا وافقه بصراحة، وافقه 1,000,000%. وأي شخص ذهب لسنغافورة أعتقد يعني يتفق معنا في هذا الأمر. طيب أمر آخر ذكره كولومبيا، قال إنه هو يعني أقام فترة في كولومبيا، وفعلا أنا كنت في فترة متابع منشورات له، وهو كان مقيم في كولومبيا، وقال إنه انه صحيح انه في مناطق غير امنه، لكن قال هو كان عايش في العاصمه بوكاتا، وقال انه يعني في اماكن صح خطره، لكن قال بشكل عام باقي العاصمه ما مو خطر يعني. فقال يعني هو بصراحه يرشحها لمن يريد مكان في امريكا اللاتينيه، وقال لا تصدقوا اللي تسمعوه دائما انه عصابات وكذا. العصابات صح موجوده لكن مش في كل مكان يعني، لو في كل مكان البشر هناك كيف عايش يعني. طيب آه طيب ايضا ذكر صربيا، وطبعا يبدو انه يعني محب كبير لصربيا. ذكر صربيا وقال انها صراحه ممتازه جدا للاستثمار، ضرائب منخفضه، وقال يعني هي اوروبيه وغير اوروبيه، يعني هي تقع في قاره اوروبا لكن ليست اوروبيه في عادات الشعب يعني وكذا. ورشحها بشكل كبير جدا، وقال لا ارشح جنوب افريقيا لكم، قال غير مناسبه للاستثمار، قال مناسبه انك تروح لها سياحه. وحذر مره ثانيه من موضوع الضرائب، قال انتبهوا تركزوا كثير على مساله انه تاخذ جنسيه تاخذ جنسيه وتاخذ جنسيه وبعد ذلك تسلخ بموضوع الضريبه. آه وقال يعني انه، وختم بنصيحه قال انه حاول تركز دائما على انه تفكر في موضوع الضرائب، تفكر في موضوع الحصول على الجنسيه وسرعته، وتفكر في موضوع جوده الحياه. قال هذه امور مهمه جدا لازم الانسان يجمعها مع بعض. وايضا قال اللي عنده يعني اللي حابين خدماتهم وضع ايميله، انا ححطه لكم في الشات الان، واحاول بعد ما ينتهي الفيديو احطه اسفل الفيديو. قال اللي حاب يتواصل معكم. طبعا انا شايف تعليقات كثير في الاسئله يسالوا عن افضل جنسيه للطلاب، او يسالوا عن الملفات اللجوء. طبعا هو ليس له دخل بهذه الامور، فقط موضوع الجنسيه وغيرها. بالنسبه للمكرونيزيا، وطبعا هو قال ما عندي معلومات عنها، قال ما عندي معلومات عنها كثير بصراحه. لكن قال يعني قال لا تختلف كثيرا عن دول الكاريبي، لكن قال ما عنده معلومات، ما حب يدخل في الموضوع بشكل كبير. يحيى يقول افضل جنسيه هي الاسبانيه، لكن الجنسيه الاسبانيه يحيى ضرائب. انتبه، طبعا اكيد متابعين انتم اللي قاعد يحصل مع لعيبه برشلونه وريال مدريد، كريستيانو رونالدو، ميسي، من اسمه ذاك الكرواتي هذاك، نسيت اسمه، الكرواتي لاعب ريال مدريد. فكلهم عندهم قضايا في المحاكم، كلهم عندهم قضايا في المحاكم، قضايا ضرائب يعني، فانتبهوا من هذا الامر يعني. عبد القادر ذيك، واقدر اسوي معاك لقاء، حياك الله عبد القادر. راسلنا اي حساب في السوشيال ميديا، في وقول لي ايش الموضوع ونحن حاضرين. طيب انوس كيف القى مقالاته؟ موقع الشركه حقه اسفل الفيديو، حتلاقوه اسفل الفيديو، تلاقوا كل مقالاته وطرق التواصل معه. فيصل يقول بعد الشنجن ما هو المطلوب للحصول على الجنسيه البرتغاليه؟ في موقع يا فيصل تلاقيه شارح كل شيء، يعني شارح بالتفصيل بصراحه، يقول لك يعني حتى الخيارات المختلفه للي عندهم اعمال حره، للي حيفتح بزنس. وبرضه في البرتغال حاجه اسمها الجنسيه الذهبيه، تكلم عنها برضه، موقع اسفل الفيديو. محمد يقول الشعب العربي كله يعني ناوي يهاجر. لا لا، ما اعتقد، يعني ما اعتقد كلهم حابين يهاجروا، يعني اعتقد انه نسبة صغيرة هي بلا شك، لكن في النهاية يعني أنا بصراحة الأمر اللي أشوفه إنه الأرض هذه لنا كلها، الكرة الأرضية بصراحة، واحد يسيح فيها حيث يشاء، يعني هذا مفروض. يعني تذكر إنه أنت مش شجرة تربط نفسك بمكان واحد. طيب نشوف كم سؤال تاني إذا في أشياء ما غطيناها. طيب كثير من الأسئلة طبعا غطيناها، ممكن البعض انضم معانا في آخر البث. بالذات للي يجيدوا اللغة الإنجليزية شوفوا البث من الأول، يعني هو ذكر صراحة معلومات كثير زي ما شفتوه، كان يتكلم كثير، يعني حتى بعضكم قال خليه يختصر الإجابات. آه آه فالله يجزاه خير يعني، ما قصر في المعلومات يعني. فشاهدوا الفيديو، إن شاء الله الفيديو حيبقى في القناة. واي احد حاب يتطوع معاي في انه يترجم الفيديو، لانه ترجمه الفيديو طويل حتاخذ وقت يعني، فاي احد حاب يتطوع معاي انه يترجم الفيديو يا ريت يتواصل معايا، لانه اعتقد في ترجمته للعربيه فيها فائده للكثير جدا من الناس. أنا والله عندي موعد لازم أستأذن الآن، ولكن أتمنى الفيديو أفادكم. لا تنسوا تعطوا القناة إعجاب. شخص زي هذا صعب جدا صراحة الواحد يعمل معاه لقاء، فكونه جبناه للقناة هذا بصراحة شيء يعني يشعرنا بالفخر إن شاء الله. لا تنسوا تعطوا الفيديو إعجاب، أنشروا الفيديوهات. إذا مو مشترك لا تنسوا الاشتراك في القناة. إن شاء الله أشوفكم في فيديو آخر قريب، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.